TV10 podcast episode. I don't even know. What is it?
Well, sir, we are still going strong, even in these troubling times. Trademark, copyright, and file it under patented pending laws. We are into episode 0343 of the TV10 podcast. I am, as always, Tommy Milagro,
And
still
I'm
broadcasting from a bunker.
Oh yeah. You're not at the Four Seasons, are you?
No. I've learned my lesson. No, I'm at the Four Seasons porthole dispensary. So
Good.
it's amazing what you can find in Weejo these days.
Good for you. And I'm Bill Frost. And this podcast is coming to you. We're still counting votes here. We're still counting the ballots.
We're have we called it yet? Because all major news outlets have called it as we speak here.
Well, I did find a bunch of ballots behind a dumpster, so I decided to start counting them, and we will be calling shortly. LaChai Girl is furiously counting away.
Is it going to be Kanye? Is it looking like it's Kanye?
It's looking good for Kanye, I would say.
Woo! Oh, I'm feeling that Kanye love.
I was really hoping for a better showing for Vermin Supreme, but Kanye, he'll do just fine.
And here's the thing that kills me: Utah is one of the few states that had Kanye West on the ballot.
Oh yeah,
legit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's just all sorts of hilarious. Oh, and another thing, so this happened the other day before we dive into it. Jorb, and because we're working from home and training, as I'm sure you often notice sometimes in your Zoom meetings, every once in a while, people's voices tend to kind of like repeat as if it's like a dubstep beat almost. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
So I made this comment that the person that it happens to the most, I said to my coworker, you're kind of sounding like Max Headroom, because she's at an age where she could remember that. And then it kind of got into a whole thing about Max Headroom. Do you remind me again? I remember it as, I knew it was like it was either Australian or an English film with Matt Frewer, and then it got brought over, and then Pepsi co-opted it into commercials. Then it got it made into a TV show. Am I remembering that right?
Let's see. Nothing here about a. Let's see. Max Headroom originally appeared in the British-made cyberpunk TV movie Max Headroom 20 Minutes into the Future, first on 1985, which led to a TV series, and it started off as a, what did he start? It started off as a Pepsi commercial.
Right.
Nothing here about Australia.
Yeah, I know it was like foreign before ABC got into it. I can't remember if it was either Australia or England or something, so that's kind of... I remember seeing the movie of Max Headroom so many years ago, and that's about as far as my knowledge goes into it.
Yeah, that was a British production.
Okay. That's
but it aired in America first. And it was on... what channel was this on?
This is ABC, if memory serves.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, this has been Max Headroom Chat.
And we're so glad we wasted 5 minutes of your life getting into Max Headroom.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten to the sponsor. Who's the sponsor this week?
Well, of course, many of our fine sponsors look forward to our Max Headroom Chat, as well as other terrible shows of yesteryear. But thankfully, from good old Ogden's Own Distillery, we bring to you the Porter's Peach.
Oh.
And now I haven't done a lot of fancy stuff lately just because, COVID spikes. But I have thought about this a lot, and I've been doing this quite a bit. So I have some Coke, or Diet Coke, because gotta watch my girlish figure.
Sure, okay.
And I kind of put a little bit in, like an ounce and a half, sort of as a flavoring. Because, Coke's kind of done a lot of flavorings these days, like with orange and peach flavors and whatnot. And I figured, why not with booze? And Coke, I'm just letting you know, the hard seltzer market's right there. So maybe pair up with some of our fine sponsors. Wink, wink, hint, hint. Please send me a finder's fee.
Yeah.
I need to cover some lawyer fees.
Yeah.
No, really?
I noticed that Ivy over at the Boostique posted on Twitter that she ran out of champagne glasses at the store. So that's nice on Saturday.
I can't imagine why that is.
Yeah. Was something going on yesterday? I don't know. Maybe a sports ball game?
I know there's sports. We'll get into that in just a minute there.
Yeah. So we might as well start off with the tragedy. This is a major television tragedy. Alex Trebek has assumed room temperature.
What is he was the greatest game show host of all time and was also featured in WWE WrestleMania 7.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What role did he play, or are we going to save that for sports as well?
We're saving it for sports.
Cool. All right. And, so that's tragic in and of itself. But you know what? There are still so many new episodes of Jeopardy in the can that the last episode with Alex Trebek as a host will air on Christmas Day.
Oh, seriously?
How about that?
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Well, and other than, was it ABC? Who's the company that syndicates Jeopardy?
I don't know. I don't know, but it's it's syndicated. So I think it's locally on KJazz.
That sounds about right. The question then is, not only. Well, okay, excuse me. The answer should be, this person is going to try to fill Alex Trebek's shoes and fail miserably.
Who is Eric Andre?
Oh, I wish that was the case.
Yeah, he didn't get the Ellen job, so I think it's only fair to give Eric Andre the Jeopardy job.
Can you imagine that world?
I can imagine it. I've got it locked in my brain right now, thinking, yeah, this sounds perfect. I'd watch that. But the actual name that's being floated is LeVar Burton.
Oh, of Star Trek Next Generation and Reading Rainbow fame, and also The Roots.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, not The Roots, just Roots.
Yeah, the Roots are as we say in Utah, they're a band, whereas Roots, the miniseries from the 70s.
Toby.
Yeah, and believe it or not, there's still some new TV coming at you this week, and I'm going to start with the weirdest one. This is so fucking weird this is happening.
How weird?
Monday, the day this episode drops, November 9th, on FYI, which is a channel, a network. It's a little like HGTV. It's like a lot of home flipping shows and fixer-uppers. And they used to run a lot of those tiny home shows. But now they're carrying the Miss USA 2020 pageant live.
Okay.
From Graceland.
Oh, Miss USA live from Graceland.
Yep. Miss USA 2020 is coming at you live Monday, November 9th from Graceland.
Is the deposed in chief going to be involved in this in any way, shape, or form?
I don't know. He's got some time on his hands. He might drop in, at least drop by the dressing room anyway.
Ooh. Oh, I can't wait to see how they allow that.
Yeah.
I want to be there to see when it happens. I want to be like Mike Pence's fly on the wall when I see that happen.
And, also premiering on Monday the 9th, is a new series from HBO called Industry. It's set in London, and my review in this month's content shifter for Slug Magazine, slugmag.com, or billfrost.tv. You can find it. It's basically if you ever wish that Billions was less old and white, in classic Rocky, you'd have Industry. It's about a young black woman thrown into the shiny new world of London high finance, and a bunch of equally good-looking up and comers are fighting for the banking bucks. This shows what I know about the world of high finance. Nothing.
So what you're trying to tell me is that they're trying to fight for their right for APR.
Yeah, sure, yeah. And so it's it's Sexy Billions is what it is. Sexy Billions, right. Yeah. You might want to write that down.
All right. I'm writing it as we speak here.
And also, we didn't talk about this when it premiered, but it's at the end of its 6-episode run on Monday as well. Soulmates. This is from some people who worked on Black Mirror and Stranger Things. It's set 15 years in the future, and scientists have discovered some sort of algorithm that can match you up with your literal soulmate.
What is this again?
It's called Soulmates.
Soulmate. Okay. SOULMATES. No funky abbreviation of it all? Or?
Nope. This people like Malin Ackerman are in this. Sarah Snook from Succession. Betsy Brandt. Yeah. So now, if that sounds intriguing to you, it does to me. I haven't been following it, but now that all 6 episodes will have been completed, I'll definitely binge through it to check it out.
Fantastic.
Sure,
I like
yeah.
this.
And also premiering on Tuesday, the 10th. This is adorable AF, Dash and Lily. It's a young Christmas romance. It's based on a book about a pair of, I don't know, they're either teens or early 20-somethings, and they pass notes back and forth between a book that they leave in various places around New York.
Lord, really?
Yeah.
A book?
A book, yeah.
God, I feel ill.
Yeah, this show is going to be a massive hit, I can tell already. And on Wednesday, further proof that Maya Rudolph is just in everything now. Mm-hmm. She is the narrator of a new series on Hulu, Eater's Guide to the World. Are you familiar with Eater?
I am not familiar with this, no.
It's a network of websites, and it's basically foodie porn.
Oh, okay.
And this is another... we're Bourdaining it here, minus Anthony Bourdain. We're just going around the world, hanging with the locals and eating and drinking. Obviously, this was filmed last year.
Right.
Yeah.
So nobody should get up in arms about this shit.
Yeah, back when you could travel and eat. And also, Wednesday sees the returns of all the Chicagos from Dick Wolf, Chicago Med, Fire, and PD, all 3 hours right in a row on NBC. And no, we still don't have a Chicago sunroof.
I'm feeling like it's missing something more, like Chicago Bears, not Bears, Bears, but Bears, Behars. I think there could be a show in there somewhere. I
could go for a Chicago Dog right about now.
Don't we all?
Chicago Dog. And Thursday, our friend of the program, Walton Goggins, is back. Second season of The Unicorn on CBS sitcom. Remember this?
I was trying to forget this. Thank you.
It's mildly funny. There's no laugh track, so there's that. And also,
we're trying to find the best in all of this, aren't we?
We're just glad Walton Goggins has a job. That's cool. And also, would you believe? Also, another old friend of the program, Ice-T, is back for season 22 of Law and Order SVU.
Our Podfather is back in the seat.
Yep. No new episodes of the Final Level podcast, but at least he's still got SVU to work on.
But more importantly, he could still interact with Mariska Hargitay.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah,
and just in time to save reverse climate change, we have a new documentary on Friday dropping on Hulu. I Am Greta, the Greta Thunberg story.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to Midsommar, how much is she going to fuck us over?
This might be even more scary than that. And also on Friday, would you believe Season 8 of The Blacklist.
No kidding.
Yeah.
8 seasons already?
8 seasons already, yeah.
Jeez.
Was it a haberdashery in South America?
You know, it was a while ago while I was in Rangoon, and I was trying to, which is now called Myanmar, by the way. Wait a minute. Is that a J. Peterman catalog I'm reading here? What is this?
And going all the way to Sunday, what do we got here? Oh, my God. Going all the way to Sunday, we have season 4 of The Crown. I'm sure we know somebody who watches The Crown. I believe it's a little too highbrow for us, but I know there must be somebody listening out there who watches The Crown. It's season 4 dropping on Netflix on Sunday.
Is that a point where we need to reach out to our Outlander correspondent and see if she's paying attention to The Crown? Because that is kind of up her alley.
Maybe, yeah. And also, where'd it go? Where'd my list go? On Sunday, we have a new docuseries, it's a 4-part docuseries about the Reagans.
Oh, dear Lord.
Yeah. Mommy?
Can I just say, after watching Saturday Night Live...
Oh, yeah.
Reagan's take on black people and the homeless is kind of coming into sharp contrast.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's a little, as they say in Spinal Tap, a little too much fucking perspective.
Which is what everyone was kind of crowing about with Saturday Night Live. But we'll get to that a little bit later.
And also, finally on Sunday, there's another docuseries, Murder on Middle Beach. It's about a murder case in Connecticut. I'm sure it was a podcast.
Of course it was. But why are we even debating it?
Yeah, I skipped over a couple here, though. One of them is A Teacher on Hulu. Kate Mara is banging one of her high school students.
I've been seeing a lot of ads for this in between watching Fargo, and I'm going, yeah, this feels less FX-y and more Hallmarky. Am I wrong?
No, it's a bit of a gritty drama. It's an FX on Hulu thing, and but yeah, I just can't get past the title. They couldn't have come up with a better title than A Teacher.
I mean, you see lots of great titles on the Lifetime channel that deal with the same sordid subject. It could be anything from teaching basics or, AP learning and lusting.
Yeah, those are all Lifetime titles for sure. And here's the one garbage fire. I'm only going to mention this once. On Wednesday, November 11th, The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Oh, fuck.
Which is actually, I believe, mostly in Park City, but who cares?
Thank you for bringing this up. We didn't have time to get into it while we were in the breakout session of our Zoom chat, but do we need to get our reality correspondent, Melissa Merlot, involved?
Probably not, because I don't want to hear about this show ever again.
You sure? Because
now that I've... Well, maybe.
Only just
right now I'm leaning no.
Let's have her be the canary down the mine shaft. She can handle this.
Yeah,
she can.
It's the White Claw of reality shows, and I don't need any more of it in my life.
Hold on. White Claw of reality. I'm going to write that down.
Sure, yeah. And that's kind of it for new stuff this week.
Oh, wow. There's a lot of new stuff, and that means, is it that time, sir?
I believe it is.
Then please hit the music.
It's sports with Tommy Milagro. Go, team.
From the sports desk of the TV 10 podcast, we deliver to you only the important sport of professional wrestling. Oh, my goodness. There is so much to talk about, but as Mr. Frost alluded to, there was tragedy with Alex Trebek, formerly of Jeopardy, and it should be noted.
Well,
here,
he's still on Jeopardy until Christmas, so
yeah,
he's not formerly of Jeopardy. He's formerly of this earth, but he's not done with Jeopardy yet.
Well, as far as the TV goes, but this should show you the class that WWE delivers because, as mentioned before, Trebek had a couple of forays into the world of professional wrestling. This comes from slamwrestling.net, by the way. Did I mention I'm now writing for a website that deals with the sport of professional wrestling?
How about that? Slamwrestling.net,
Yeah.
you say. Okay.
Yes. Now, in the news and rumors department, Trebek had a couple of forays into the world of professional wrestling. Specifically, he was a guest announcer at WrestleMania 7. That was where he was a guest announcer for the main event, Hulk Hogan against Sergeant Slaughter. Now, you can catch that on the WWE Network if you subscribe to it for only $9.99.
Not a sponsor.
Drink up, bitches. But it also mentions here at SlamWrestling.net, Trebek had a couple of forays he was even on a 1996 episode of The X-Files where he and, wait for it, Jesse the Body Ventura
Really?
portrayed two Men in Black characters. So seek this out if you can, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's pretty entertaining just for that reason alone. Now, I'm also bringing this up because transitioning into slamwrestling.net, which you should be subscribing harder, tell them Tommy Milagro sent you. I've been writing for the United Wrestling Network, specifically their pay-per-views, Primetime Live, which you can subscribe at FITE TV for each episode at $7.99.
Not a sponsor.
Or you could get the whole bundle for $24.99.
Still not a sponsor.
Well, FITE TV, we really need to have a fucking conversation, don't we? Anyway, they are getting into some big stuff. They still combine a lot of action from wrestlers in the United Wrestling Network realm, specifically from shows like Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, Championship Wrestling from Arizona, Future Stars of Wrestling out in Nevada, among other places. But they also combine in matches from the NWA. One of the articles I did focused on NWA Women's Champion Thunder Rosa going up against Serena Deeb. Now you're going to ask, who is that? She used to be part of the Straight Edge. She was once part of the Straight Edge Society back in the days in the WWE. And this match was a great match between Rosa and Deeb, which saw Serena Deeb get the W and the women's belt from Thunder Rosa. Yes. And, of course, right now they are going into a title tournament for the new United Wrestling World title. It's going to be an open weight. And as we speak right now, it is the fields are narrowing, and among the competitors are going to be Fred Rosser, who used to be Darren Young of the WWE fame. He's going to be fighting against, and I love this name, the Dirty Daddy, Chris Dickinson. And it's also going to be Mike Bennett going up against Sean Daivari for a chance at that title. And also coming up this week, as we are recording this live on air, on Tuesday, episode 9 is going to drop, which is going to feature in the main event for the NWA World Tag Team Championship. It's going to be, Eli Drake and Cowboy James Storm going up against Aaron Stevens and the Question Mark. Formerly, all four men used to be on NWA Power on YouTube. So this will prove to be a very, very great match, worth the subscription, in my humble opinion. I've yet to see one where I say, no, save your money. They have been very meticulous about how they've been doing their shows. But of course, if you want to check out my pay-per-view recaps over at slamwrestling.net, just look up UWN Primetime Live. That's it right there. We'll come back to Mike Bennett of the Primetime Live here in just a second here. Over the weekend, though, was a pay-per-view, and this is from All Elite Wrestling Full Gear. And there were quite a bit of shocking developments. So among the biggest developments were, for the television, well, first of all, Serena Deeb wrestled against Allison Kay in their buy-in pre-show for the Women's Championship. And it's key because Allison Kay is currently a free agent, no longer with NWA Power. So NWA's roster is kind of depleting a bit, shall we say. But we're still researching that one. But Deeb got the W over Allison Kay in a very good technical match. It was a sleeper match of the night. You should check it out. And then from the time the show started, it was just great bell-to-bell action. Among the key events that you should watch and subscribe to Bleacher Report for the replay for only $49.99.
Also not a sponsor.
Oh, come on, folks. Just subscribe already. Shut up and let them take your money. Featured for the AEW TNT Championship, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, who regained the Rhodes name back from WWE, by the way. Awesome. He fought against Darby Allin, and Darby Allin won the belt from the Prince of Pro Wrestling there. Big matchup right there. And then that also followed up with another great one in tag team wrestling where the Young Bucks faced off against FTR, and the Young Bucks put a stipulation on themselves that if they didn't win the belt, they would never challenge for them again. But guess what, dear kiddos? The Young Bucks won in a absolutely stellar match. You need to subscribe just to see all the action that went in the ring. There is, I don't think this is even going to be the finish for this match. I'm honestly blown away by this. But the big one had Eddie Kingston, again, formerly of NWA Power, now part of the AEW stable. He challenged the AEW heavyweight champ, Jon Moxley, split match. And it was a bloody affair, back and forth, even where thumbtacks got involved into Moxley's back and, Kingston being helpful, actually pouring live, rubbing alcohol on his back. Ouch. It was just a stellar affair, but Moxley took some barbed wire, wrapped it around his arm, put a bulldog choke into Kingston, and had no choice but to tap out, thus ensuring that Moxley's title reign still continues, which is the longest AEW title reign as of today at 254 days and counting. So that's pretty impressive right there.
All right.
Yes, and also during the show, there were other little bon mots here and there. Among them, AEW announced that they're going to be launching AEW Games. There's going to be more development on that on their YouTube channel. That'll be Tuesday the 10th around 6 p.m. Eastern, so that's 4 p.m. Mountain. That might be something to check out there. But finally this, from the files of politics and pro wrestling are just so goddamn close together. As we have alluded to during this show, a certain despot in power said, I won the election. I won it handily. I won this election by a lot, which, of course, no, he didn't. But you saw it's a real press conference.
It's a heel move, yeah. Very low energy. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you saw the press conference at the Four Seasons Landscaping, but I digress. But here's the best part. Now, Linda McMahon, who's been handling the Super PAC for the Trump campaign, America First PAC. In the hours since since all the news decided to call Biden the winner, Linda McMahon went on to Twitter and tweeted out, "Stand with the Prez, real Donald Trump, for a fair count of legal votes. Ignoring court orders and breaking state laws is the opposite. We must continue to challenge." To which, this is the best part, CM Punk tweeted a picture of himself from all those years ago, absconding away with the WWE Heavyweight Championship, but superimposed Biden's face on himself.
Aw.
That was pretty awesome. But the best tweet by far, after Linda tweeted that same thing, Mike Bennett, formerly Mike Kanellis of WWE, who was released recently during, the COVID thing, tweeted this out: "America has come to terms on the release of real Donald Trump. We wish him the best in his future endeavors."
Okay.
So let it be said, folks. Oh, payback's a bitch. And just when you think the orange zero is inevitable, I snap my fingers and say, "I am the lucid luchador, bitch," because it's sports.
It's sports with Tommy Milagro. Go team. By the way, that episode of The X-Files from 1996 featuring Jesse Ventura and Alex Trebek is Season 3, Episode 20. The title of the episode is Jose Chung's From Outer Space, as referencing a novel, a thriller novel within the episodes. Jose Chung happens to be played by Charles Nelson Riley.
Wait, was it Jose Chung?
Jose Chung's From Outer Space.
Jose Chung's From Outer Space. Okay, that might have to be our title now. So I'm telling you right now, that is just all sorts of awesome.
The Jose Chung character later crossed over into an episode of Millennium, which was sort of an X-Files spin-off with Lance Henriksen.
No. Where are the lone gunmen when you really need them at this point?
Gunmen. Oh my God.
Oh God.
Okay, we're gonna get the fuck out of here. What do you think people should be watching harder this week?
Well, let's see. Honestly, I'm gonna have to say Saturday Night Live. They have been so on point lately, and the part that still kills me with the Dave Chappelle thing, where everyone's kind of upset that he used the N-word, and it's like, first of all, that's Dave Chappelle. Secondly, just like I said with Bill Burr, really? This is the one you're going to hang your hat on? This is the one where you're going to try to be cancel culture-y with?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't know. Now that is tonight, as we're recording live on air, the last episode of Fargo? Or
I don't know if it's the last one. We're nearing the end, though.
It's getting pretty close. But I will say, gosh, it's a little hard to say what to watch harder this week.
Tonight's episode is episode number 7 of 10. So we're still a few weeks away from the finale of Fargo this season.
Okay, then I'm definitely going to say Fargo, if only because Timothy Oliphant as a hard-charging Mormon law enforcement officer, son of a biscuit, he's good.
Oh, yeah.
And on the same note, The Mandalorian on Disney Plus.
Oh, man. Baby eating Baby Yoda.
But, we've known he likes frogs. This is not new, but damn, can that kid put away?
Oh, yeah.
Which makes me wonder, with The Mandalorian, what does that diaper got to be look like?
I will say also The Mandalorian and Fargo. I'll agree with those. Also, the previously mentioned Eric Andre, the new season of the Eric Andre show on Adult Swim is just fucking great. It's so ridiculous. Hannibal Buress quit in the second episode of the new season, and he was replaced by a clone, Blanable. Blanable, yeah.
Is it like Blanable or Blandable?
Blanable. He's just a large dude in an ill-fitting pajamas.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So even though Hannibal Buress is out of there, it's still a fantastic season.
And for everybody that tries to figure out why Eric Andre is a thing, keep in mind, he's got Rosario Dawson's heart. So let that sink in, kids.
I thought that was Cory Booker.
Cory Booker? Maybe it's Aisha Tyler I'm thinking of. One of those. We're going to have to research that a little harder.
Yeah, look into that.
All right.
Eric Andre on the new season is bald, so he does resemble a shorter and fatter Cory Booker. So I can see what the confusion here. So we want to thank our sponsor. Was it Ogden's
Porter's, yep, that would be Ogden's Own, the fine purveyors of not just the Porter's Peach, what was oh so delicious in my Diet Coke. Yummy. But they also are the fine purveyors of Five Wives Vodka and, of course, Madame Patarini's Gin. Oh, and let's not forget the Underground. They are very delish. But we should also include some of our other great sponsors, Sugar House Distillery, Outlaw Distillery, and we should also thank Bohemian Brewery, who are still making sure that the pallets and pallets of Pilsner piles up at Mr. Frost's doorstep.
Oh, yeah.
Safely and social distancingly.
Oh, yeah.
How's that for alliteration?
Beautiful, yeah. And, reach out to us any way you want. Twitter, Facebook, Gmail, all TV Tan podcast. Rate us on things if you feel like it. If not, totally cool, too. We're on all the things, and none of them have fucked us over recently.
Really? That's new.
Yeah, I know, right? Kind of weird.
Have they just said, "Oh, there it's him," or they just said, "We don't care anymore"?
Yeah, I between myself and LaChai Girl, we looked into some more outlets, and I don't know what the status is, but we might also be coming to, or we might already be on Amazon's podcast platform.
What?
Yeah, apparently Amazon has a podcast platform. I have no idea. It was just a matter, hey, do you want to be on this thing? I could check the box, click, sure, why not? And I've yet to check back to see if it actually happened. But, yeah.
Okay.
Weird. It's weird. Amazon is just going to get into everything. They're making fucking guitar pedals now.
Are you really that surprised at this point, or
Amazon guitar pedals? By God, I'm gonna have to try one out. Damn it!
Is this going to be like? Is Amazon becoming more like the Borg, and resistance is futile at this point?
I think it's becoming more like the company in Better Off Ted.
Oh, Viridian Dynamics.
Yeah, I think they're becoming Viridian Dynamics. They just make everything.
Amazon Viridian Dynamics.
Yeah, I like it. All right. Good night, America.
And jiggle that handle there. And yes, Dr. White, I am jiggling it so hard so that you can hear it lush.